Hello everyone. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Let's go over a few things. Okay, so my family and I have been living in Santo Domingo now for approximately 6.5 months. When I say my family and we have 3 boys here with us, ages 5, 9, and 12. And I have a daughter who's in the United States who is studying and on a full ride basketball scholarship, and she's 19. And we've been here 6.5 months. And this video, I don't want to get into current feelings and current situations of what's going on, because I want to help you prepare from the very beginning. Because if you're watching this, then that means that you have some sort of pull to want to move to Santo Domingo with your family or by yourself. I don't know. But if you're watching this video, you're watching the right one. In the beginning, when I lived in Smyrna, Tennessee, I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, South Side, real side, no pun intended. My husband is Dominican American, and we have been traveling here for 14 years. We honeymooned here. We have always loved Santo Domingo, but it's different from visiting and living. Know that. And we always felt the need to bring our boys here in order for them to learn what it is to be Dominican. Let's go to when we got here. We got here June 9th. We sold a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom townhome located in Smyrna, Tennessee. We were in that home for about 4 years, and it was a beautiful home. Very comfortable life, simple life. Love the town Smyrna, enjoy raising our kids there, but felt the need that they needed to connect more to their Dominican roots. So we decided to move here. We moved right into my mother-in-law house, who lives right in the heart of the capital. Very close to a big mall called Megacentro. The main streets are San Vicente and La Meja. And it was a tough move. I got little bullets here I'm going to meet because you need to hear this. So one thing that if you're coming to live here, it is extremely important as a family that you only bring what you need, not what you want. Because the apartments are not that big, like American homes and American apartments. Now, you do have some homes out here that will blow your mind. They look like they're in South Beach, Miami. But if you come in here with very limited resources, you already know that you're going to have to get an apartment that's small and affordable until you can climb the ladder here. So I would strongly suggest only bringing the things that you need. We got rid of a lot of things. You know, it was definitely a learning process of letting go, which is something you have to learn before coming here, because as we live in the United States, you don't live like that here. You can try to create it, but you will drive yourself completely crazy. So it's extremely important that you only bring what you need. There'll be other videos where I talk about what they have here and what they have in the States and the things that you could find off-brand that'll give you the same brand as in the United States. So another thing, okay, so bring what you need, not what you want. Another thing is preparation for the move, okay? So I have 3 kids here with me right now, which means that paperwork was involved in this preparation to move here. I'm still in the paperwork process, and I'm 6.5 months in. So I say that to have patience. One thing I'm going to recommend that you do right away, even before you get your tickets, get your birth certificates apostilled. Okay, that's a stamp that the country of origin recognizes that you have a legalized birth certificate. So it's extremely important that you apostle it. In the state of Tennessee, it was $2 at the Secretary of State office. However, other states are different. This is something that you really want to start right away, as soon as you know for sure, or if you don't know for sure. You just get them birth certificates, Apostle, for you and your kids, and get that out of the way. It was a total of $10 for me to apostle all of our birth certificates, okay? So if we're going a little bit deeper and you're wanting to, the neighbors are like right there. We'll get into other videos about Dominican people and how they gotta know what's going on. I love it. One thing that you want to know is that in the visa process, which I'm still going through at this moment, I started mine in April. It is almost January. Again, have some patience. You're gonna need to, if I could go back, I would have wanted to start my visa process and get my stamp while I was still in the United States. I did it backwards. I started my visa process a month before we left the country. I know it was stupid. I didn't know. Now I know. So that's why I'm making this video, to tell you so that you won't hit the same mistakes I hit. Please, please, please work on your visa process now. Do not leave if you don't have to the United States without your stamp. Because what happens with the Dominican consulars in the United States, from what I have found out here in Santo Domingo, they have no correlation to the embassies here. So they could request for you to do this, this, and this while you're here, which means that you have to now fly back to the United States, get whatever paperwork they are sending you, which is typically state paperwork that you have to do at the state office. You have to do it. So I would say get the visa stamp before you leave. Once you gain the visa stamp in your passport, then you via ha. Come on, come here. Because now I'm having to travel back in order to get this paperwork filled out, because I thought that everything that they had on the list was completed accurately when it really was not. So to save you a lot of money with your air flight expenses, do the visa stamp before you come here. Because after you get the visa stamp, you then have to move into getting your residency, your cedula, at the embassy here, and it's not an easy process from what I've heard from other Americans who have now obtained. Oh, sorry, I thought that was my phone. That obtained their actual residency, their cedula. So that's one thing that I put down. Know that the apartments here are small, especially if you're coming here on a budget. You can find you a really, really nice apartment as a family. Right now we have a 3-bedroom, 2 full bathrooms, and a little small maid's room that I've made into my office with its own bathroom right there. And we pay about 17,000 pesos a month. That is on a good mid-range high end here, but it's me and my husband, and we have 3 boys, so we need to have the room. Coming here, what I would suggest is making sure that you have some sort of support system. If you could connect to family or friends that live here, it was a big major plus that we had family here. My husband's family lives here. So it was very, very easy for us to move around because we had their help, with finding out about different apartments, buying a car. It's really important. If you have to come here alone, you can do it. It's just going to be a lot harder. And if you come here, you don't speak the language, it's going to be even harder for you because of the simple fact that you don't have anyone here to show you around, and you don't have anyone here to translate for you, or you speak the language. So those are just some really fast key tips that is in this video. This will be the first of many. I just wanted to go over what I wanted to hear in the beginning when I first initially started researching and planning. Okay, and I was searching the web, searching YouTube, couldn't find a woman that moved here with her family. Shout out to Nibby Speaks. She was such a big catalyst for my connection here, because she is a young black woman. She came here alone. She lived here alone. I adored her videos and her wisdom. And thank you, Nibby. However, I do wish that there was a mother, you know, like with children coming from the United States, older like me, because Nibby's very young and beautiful, and I wish I hit that connection. So I've always been led to make this video. That's why I'm making it now. So to recap, only come here with what you need, not what you want. Try to minimalize as much as possible, because remember, those things that you bring from the United States hold the energy that you're trying to get away from. So if you bring that with you, you're kind of still holding on to what you used to be, as opposed to what you're trying to become on this new endeavor. Another thing is preparation for the move. Make sure that you apostle those birth certificates. You start your visa process. I would say don't leave the States if you don't have to without that residency stamp in your passport, because the Dominican consulate will keep your things. They still have my passport, by the way. And make sure that you somehow form some sort of support system. There is connections here. DR1 is one of them, where you can meet people. Also, too, you can go on different Facebook sites that have a community of people that live here from the United States. And also, too, through your job. There are a lot of people, if you are coming here, you have a job already lined up, start asking them questions before you get here, instead of waiting until you get here and ask the questions and not really having that full response for you to process and think. Would I take this move back? No, I would not. It has not been easy. I'm not going to lie. It's been very challenging because of my own mindset. Not that this is a hard place to live in. It's my mindset that I'm now having to reprogram. I mean, we're talking 39 years in the United States and immediately shifting out of that into a culture that I don't fully speak the language. And I really didn't know, because I vacationed here. I didn't live here. So it's been great. You know, it's been great, but it's been crazy at the same time. But I'm going to end this. Make sure you check me out. Subscribe to my channel. I'll be coming back and I'll be talking to you guys about apartments, and also to talking about things that are here and things that you can be able to connect to and find in the States, as far as brands for your children, for you, for your husband, things of that nature. So, as I would say in every video, peace and blessings, my love. Love to light, light to love, peace to all, and Sat Nam.